on-site experience where your innovative ideas become reality. A very good evening to everyone present here. I'm Rutuja Naik, gratified to welcome you all to the final of Start-O-Thon by IEEE CIS SBC, funded by IEEE CIS New Jersey, USA, under the project IEEE CIS Diversity Matters. IEEE is world's biggest technical and professional association dedicated to the advancement of technology for human benefits. One of the IEEE's 39 technical society is IEEE's Computational Intelligence Society. Advancing nature's inspired computational paradigms in science and engineering is the global statement of IEEE CIS. In India, there are only 5 IEEE CIS chapters, and we are fortunate to have one on our campus. The chapter's objective is to encourage technological progress by bringing people together, and its vision is to provide numerous opportunities for sharing knowledge and technical skills, as well as to collaborate and expand the network for a brighter future. Start-O-Thon is a startup hackathon organized by IEEE CIS SBC for young entrepreneurs who want to turn their ideas into a business. More than 180 students from all over India took part with socially impactful startup idea from a variety of fields. There were 3 rounds in this hackathon. Participants were required to submit their business plan slide decks describing business strategies in the first round. The eligible teams were promoted to round 2, where they had to prepare a video of their functional model or prototype. The top 8 teams are selected for round 3, that is the final pitching round. To be inspired is great, but to inspire is an honor, and we are honored to have with us our chief guest and the judge for the event, Mr. Raj Misal. Mr. Raj Misal has 5 years of experience in the field of data science and its application to solve business problems. He has worked as an associate for analytic practice in the premier Indian decision sciences firm, Mu Sigma Incorporated. Currently, he is an account manager, analytics of AI/ML practice at Fractal. He has immense experience in mentoring young creative minds in the field of data science and analytics. Additionally, he has served on the jury for various hackathons, technical and business plan competitions. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to you, sir, for devoting your precious time and endowing us with your wisdom and experience. We welcome you, sir. We are grateful to have Director Sir of this esteemed institution, Dr. Sachin Untable. We are also grateful to have with us our chapter advisor, Professor Achamma Thomas. I extend a warm welcome to the deans, professors, students, and the members of this chapter. Now, I would like to call Atharva Devlalikar, Chapter Chair, IEEE CIS SBC, to explain the rules for the final round.
All right, thank you, Rutuja. Now, before I explain all the rules, I would like to congratulate all the teams for qualifying round 1 and 2. I, on behalf of my team, appreciate the efforts by all the teams for making your submissions effective. Now, the rules, the first and very important rule is that all the teams would get 5 minutes for their pitching presentation, and then additional 2 minutes will be reserved for the question and answer session, during which the team needs to answer the questions asked by the judge. I'll also start a countdown timer of 5 minutes so that it will be helpful for you to keep your presentation on track. And I request you not to exceed the allotted time because we have to conduct this finale as per the timeline. Rutuja, can we switch to the next slide, please? Yeah, so this is the sequence of the pitching presentations. Once the host calls the name of your team, please unmute yourself and start your video camera while pitching your startup idea. You will have to share your screen from your end, and you may present the business plan slide deck or the working model of your startup idea. So that's all from my side. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
So, without any delay, let's get started with the final round. Now, I would like to invite the first team, the Titans, to present their project with the title Rent It Out. Over to you, Team Titans. All the best.
Hello, am I audible?
How are you? You are audible.
Yeah. So can you present your screen, Dutik?
Yes, 2 minutes.
Okay. Good evening, respected judges, team coordinators, and my fellow competitors. We are the Team Titans, students of Charusat University from the department Destra CSC, here to present our slide deck for the round 3 Start-O-Thon. I'm Vamaswali. So
I am Rani.
I am Kathan Shukla.
And I am Devashi Doshi.
yeah, so let's get started. So, rent it out. Make your life easier. It's a one-step solution to all your problems. You skip this slide. Okay, so what is Rio? Rent It Out is an initiative to provide the users with verified listing of household workers, accommodation and transportation services, and much more. It's a place where users can find all the services under one roof. Our motive: Rio provides a modern solution to the real life problems we all have faced at some point of time. We already have heard of a lot of cases of child harassment by the maids who are interested by the working parents. The case of maids using the child as a tool for begging and has also significantly increased. Rio provides a solution for this. We only allow the verified and trusted maids to be assigned to the customers so that the parents can work without being worried about the safety of the child. We aim to provide safe and secure experience to all our users to help people do not fall for traps and scammers, to ensure the maids and workers are paid in accordance with the minimum wage. Our key features include online bargaining system, helpline center, and a VR experience. Now, in this PPT, we refer the client and the consumer. Clients are the people who are listing their houses and automobile on a website for renting, and the consumers are the people who will rent or hire. The clients and the consumers will be able to register themselves on the website. Clients who are registering can choose the services as they wish to, and it's an easy to use interface. So let's move on to the implementation of the login system.
Let us start by registering ourselves, registering a new account. We'll first write our name, date of birth, location, category, type of professional, email ID, and password. Rutik, just write name in the first column. Just go back, register with a different name as this name is already been taken. And different name, email ID too. We have created a backend support using PHP and MySQL. Our data has been entered in the database. Let's check it out. Yeah, so here you can see our data has been entered in the database. The password are in the MD5 encrypted format, so you need not to worry about your privacy. So let's log in and try. Yeah, so here we go with the site, and now you can just use it.
Okay, so that was the login system into our website. Next slide. The second main feature is the online bargaining system. Now, such a system is a new feature and it hasn't been explored yet. No, there are no such existing models of the same, and it would be a revolutionary step in the world of online shopping. Now, consumers will be able to bargain with the bargaining system, which is aimed to work on AI. The algorithm will be developed such that both parties can reach on an even ground and get a fair deal. Since the AI is self-learning, rates of all the services provided will be manipulated based on the demand. The VR experience. This feature is specially made for people for the renting accommodation service. Consumers will be provided with actual photos of the place, helping them to choose wisely. Now, the VR experience will be limited to the houses with the huge amount of rent and places like farmhouse, villas, and plots. The 24/7 client support. The service of helpline center will be available to resolve any issues caused. Actions will be taken keeping in mind the severity of the situation. In a case where the
Sorry,
consumer is
teams the
harmed,
Titan. Sorry,
okay.
teams the Titans, but your time is over. Are there
Okay.
any questions from your side, sir?
Yeah. Hi guys. Good presentation. So one question that I have is, what is this business model like? Is it an aggregator-based business model, or you guys are going to, maintain your own inventory? How does it work?
It's like a online listing site where the users can find the listing of household helpers like the maid, accommodation services like PGs, rooms, and transportation services like automobiles, so that they can rent
And
it out.
where are you going to get these mates from, get these listings from? How are you going to populate those listings?
Okay, yeah. So that was in the business model. So it's like for the unifying of the mates. Firstly, we'll begin in the major cities. Like we'll start from the campaigns, and we'll make aware of like a small group of mates. Suppose like let's say 20 to 30, and we'll make them register on the website. Tell them about the benefits they gain. Further on, for the helpline center, suppose the maids aren't technically sound, so they can directly contact with the helpline employees, and they will guide them to register in the website. And further on, there will be a reward system, so that the top performing maids, which who have the highest reviews, they get some reward based on that, and they can further communicate this in their community. So it
Okay.
will like
So
spread like that.
yeah. So basically, if it's not an aggregator-based model, like many of the renting apps that have been doing out now, you have to maintain your own inventory, right? Be it,
Yeah.
let's say you'll have to be dependent on people who post their, like apartments on your website or something like that. So with that said, don't you think it's a very high working capital cost to maintain all of it when, you are dependent on other people? For example, maids, let's say. In an aggregator-based model, the prime advantage of it is that you don't have to maintain any of it. For example, let's say Airbnb, right? They don't have a single property that they own, but still you can see millions of listings there, right? That is how you bring down the working capital cost. So what are your thoughts there? Like, don't you think starting off something like this would, kind of infer you to have like a very high capital cost just before initiation? What are your thoughts here?
Okay. Devesh, would like to answer this?
Yeah, so regarding the capital cost, we'll be at the starting of the point, we'll be investing approx the 10 to 15% of our costing in the website hosting, and we'll be getting a scholarship from university. In our university also, we are getting a scholarship of about 10
No,
lakhs,
not the
right?
source, not the source. I'm completely agree with you. There are multiple sources from which you can, get your funds
Okay.
from. I'm saying that how would you maintain those costs? Because, like you'll burn out your
Yeah,
money in 5 months
Yeah.
if you're just
yeah.
going to start with
Correct.
starting your web application and let's say a website.
Yeah,
How do you
I
tackle that?
got it. Yeah, so what we'll be doing is from the people who will be just posting their houses or their apartments, they will be costed their initial charges when at the time of uploading their apartment, and others in maids regarding the maids and vehicle things will be costing a very low percentage of commissions. And another way of getting what's it input resource is that. Will be giving affiliate marketing links to many companies who can give their put their products in our sites.
Okay, so
Yes,
that was kind of a revenue model that you just explained. Although my last question would be, how is bargaining different from a bidding model? Like you said that there will be live bargaining or whatever AI-based bargaining that you have facilitated. How is it different from a bidding model? Because
So it's
bidding
not
is
a bidding model, right?
ubiquitous now. Every other model has a bidding underlying factor there. For example, Cars 24.
So
To give you an example.
yeah, so bidding in bidding model, what happens is there is one maid. Like let's suppose in our case there is a one maid and others will be costing in the what they will be giving to that maid, right? But here what we are giving is we are giving a personal interaction between the user and the professional client and professional, that how would be they getting the price retained. That is only a personal
Yeah.
communication. Bidding is
And for
a
bidding, like bidding
Sorry,
model, there's
yeah.
just one
How much
product,
time
right?
do I have to do this Q&A? I'm sorry, I don't want to burn out the time. Someone from the panel, could you please answer this? How much time do I
2
have?
minutes.
Sir, we have 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay. Let me know
Yeah.
if the time is over, right? Is it over?
Okay, sir. Well, yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, that'll be it from my end. But good presentation. I think my final thoughts would be, you'll have to refurnish a bit on, how you position the entire product, because, there are like millions of competitors out there who are doing something in the same space,
yeah.
but just their inventory is different. Someone is renting out furniture, someone is renting out cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But good idea overall. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Next, I would like to call the team, the Mighty Innovations, to present their project with the title HealthAid.
Yes, ma'am. It's currently raining over here. Like I'm facing some network issue. Like, could you just give me 2 minutes to join from my laptop? Like, I'm getting disconnected again and again. So sorry to say this. Excuse me, am I audible?
Yeah. Meanwhile, what we could do is we'll move to the next presentation, and we'll take your presentation after the next presentation. Is that okay?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, done. Thank you so much, sir. I'll quickly
All
fix
right.
it.
All right. Sure.
Moving further, I would like to call the team Crazy Coders to present their project with the title Smart Translator. All the best, team coders. The stage is yours. Team, the crazy coders, are you there? It seems that they are facing some issues, so we'll move ahead with the next team. Next, I would like to call team the Gigabyte 404 to present their project with the title Gels.
Hello, am I audible and visible? Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hello and good evening, everyone. I, on behalf of Gigabyte 404, is introducing you to our idea. When COVID hit us all 2 years back, we never imagined that we could be in a dire need of vast medical resources. That too, which we couldn't go and buy our needs or get ourselves diagnosed. Other than medical needs, we just can't forget how many hardships were faced by individuals who were isolated, which triggered their serious mental conditions or aggravated the existing ones. it wasn't easy for anyone. Alongside these problems, India is responsible for 11% of death in road accidents, in the world, which is the highest. So, in case of accidents, determining the state of an individual and making medical arrangements according to his or her consciousness, which might sometimes cost someone's life. For all these listed problems, we thought about GELS. GELS is a one-stop destination for certain health issues. This app includes features to provide medical help at comfort zone of a user or a patient with doctor consultancy online, a feature to determine mental health of a person based upon certain questions mentioned in ICD, that is International Classification of Diseases, 11th edition, in supervision of psychologists with an accuracy of 60 to 70%, and a feature to determine Glasgow-Coma score, which is a neurological scale aiming to provide the objective way to record consciousness of a person by non-medical person and make medical arrangements accordingly in case of accidents and save lives. This could also be used to determine the consciousness of a drunk or a drug addict person. There are very few apps that provide GCS, so making aware to people of this feature could really save lives.
So, ideal user for us are the people who meet with the road crash or an accident and need to know the patient Glasgow Coma Scale score. They don't from some of the other mental illness. This app works as a virtual psychiatrist for a person suffering from a mental illness. It concerns the person about their mental illness and prevention measures. We, the people of India, are ashamed to get our mental health checkup done so we can use this app and get ourselves treated in their comfort zone. In the era of technology, we tend to trust human beings before machines. The accuracy for a professional psychiatrist and doctor will be help us to gain the trust of our customers. Through this app, along with the health checkups, our app provide a facility of storing past data, past medical score of the patients, which can be referred whenever needed. We plan on collaboration with NGOs, which would help us in grow in the field of marketing. And since NGO has a huge reach in all field, including medical, which would again help us affiliate more doctors with the reference of the NGO and would help us attract more audience. This would play a major role in the growth of gels. According to survey, 1.5 lakhs people die in road accident in each year. So approximately 3,200 people die in each day. So this app work as a lifesaver. In the end, what matter is the life of a person and a glow of your smile. We aim to provide it through our app. Thank you.
Yeah. So help me understand this. So once you evaluate the Glasgow Coma score or someone who is at the site of an accident or something like that, what happens next?
So what happens is when the Glasgow Coma scale of a patient who meets with an accident is measured, you get two options. One is like contacting the hospital that you want to, and or else just ignoring it if you want to. So if you contact the hospital near you, the score is sent to the hospital, and then the hospital makes the appropriate arrangements needed according to the score. So as soon as the patient reaches the hospital, the critical time is minimized and the treatment can be started as soon as possible to save the patient.
Okay. So like, if I'm at the, site of a mishap, why do you think I should, go into your website first or your app first, put in all those metrics and then, be the first point of contact to the, first responders or something like that? Why should I go on the app first at the time of, something that is very critical?
So, sir, basically, you would go to the app if you want to save the person's life, because and to be like the.
But if that's the case, I should call the ambulance first, right?
So if you call the ambulance and the patient is taken to the hospital, it takes approximately 10 minutes for the Glasgow Coma scale to come out. So the critical time increases. Whereas if you contact this, the time minimizes. As the time you do this and the ambulance comes is like, minimizing.
How
If it
is
takes 10
how is
minutes,
no no how is putting metrics into your app correlated to the response time of an ambulance?
sir, because the time that ambulance comes, you can measure the glaucoma scale of the patient.
Okay.
So the critical time is minimized, or else the ambulance should come, take the patient to the hospital. The critical time increases.
Okay, so you are saying that once the patient boards the ambulance, then the practitioners start the evaluation of glaucoma
Yes,
score, and then that is what you're saying, that the time will get minimized because I am the one
minimized.
at the site and I'm evaluating that and giving it to the
Yes, sir.
practitioners. Correct? Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, and team. Uh, Team, the mighty innovations. Are you people ready now to?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, you can go ahead. The stage is yours. All the best.
Yeah. Good evening to my name is Harini and I represent the mighty innovation. It is quite evident from this pandemic that there is no other bigger asset than good health. And healthcare is the need of the heart than anything else. And that's why I'm here with an innovation called HealthAid, which has a tagline towards a precautionary society. So HealthAid is a startup based company that primarily focuses on providing health-related services and creating more general awareness among people. So without any delay, let's get into the features that the platform provides. First comes the precautionary info section. So basically, most people don't know what to do next when there's an emergency situation. They just panic and end up taking or improper decisions. So what they can do is they can quickly make use of this platform and search the type of illness that they are looking for, and this it immediately redirects to another page where the precautionary information steps that has to be taken immediately are being listed out. So here the idea is fully illustration based, as illustrations are much easier to understand during an emergency situation than long paragraphs of text. Now comes the next feature, that is booking of an ambulance. So when there's an emergency situation of booking an ambulance, there happen some instances where the helpline number it may not work or the number might be not reachable. So there are some glitches in that. So in order to solve those problems, they can make use of this platform in order to book an ambulance that is available nearby. All they have to do is just simply click book, and then the driver's contact number is being shared. Next feature is ordering of medicines. So let's imagine a situation where a person goes to out of station, but he or she happens to face a situation where they have to purchase medicines immediately. So in that time, they just can't keep looking for pharmacies. So what they can do is they can make use of this platform and they can order medicines that gets delivered at their doorstep. So the first step that they have to do is log in using this and quickly browse through the website the medicines that they're looking for and quickly order. Finally, they can check out the medicines that they have ordered. So that was all about the ordering of medicine section. Coming up, consult a doctor. So if the situation or the health condition becomes worsened, there's no other go other than consulting a doctor. So the website it broadly classifies the professionals as general practitioners or specialists, and the doctor is just one click away. So we can easily book an appointment with the doctor as well. Now, coming to the bonus feature of this platform, that is, it taking up a quiz or you can test your general awareness knowledge. This not work only during emergency situation. You can simply take up a quiz and analyze your situation, analyze the general knowledge that you have. So the a situation will be thrown to us, and we just have to give the right answers to it. So that's how the quiz works. So in the near future, I'm planning to add some more features such as the blood donation, the blood bank, and a discussion forum where people can actually post their queries, which gets addressed by the professionals such as the doctors and specialists. So with this, I would like to conclude that this platform is a one-stop destination for so many features that are available online, and it's a unique blend of so many features related to healthcare services. So let me give you an example. Just like how CoWIN is a one-stop destination to book vaccination slots, by making this platform a universal one, which has got so many healthcare related services in it, this platform can be a huge success where the entire nation can be profited and benefited. So from the business point of view, the company will be able to generate more and more revenue as the tie-ups gets increased. The tie-ups here includes the hospitals, the pharmacies, the doctors, and lot more. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation for the company, the tie-ups, and as well as the users who use this. So I would like to conclude that by implementing this platform called HealthAid, it will be a very huge success as it is the need of the hour. Healthcare is very important and we got to focus on this more and more. So thank you everyone for patiently listening. That's it from my end.
Thank you, team. Sir, would you like to ask any questions?
Yeah. Yes. So guys, what are your potential revenue streams here? You can stop sharing your screen.
Yeah, okay. Yes,
so
sir.
What are your potential revenue streams here? Because whatever I just saw, I see an amalgamation of webmd.com, PharmEasy, and Practo, if I'm not wrong. Right?
Yeah.
So when you mix three business models and three different themes of business, I would say they fall in one vertical, but there are three themes of business. It usually gets difficult to generate revenue out of one stream. For example, WebMD generates its revenue from ad, right?
Okay.
Practo from the consultation middle,
Yeah.
right? PharmEasy from whatever the delivery cost and whatever they're doing is how they create. So
Yes.
how do you think like the product positions itself? Because I see it as kind of a cohesive underline of three different business models, right?
Okay. Yeah, so my idea is to integrate all the healthcare related services into one platform so that people generally they get benefited out of it. So my primary focus is fully on the society, like to create more value and to create more general awareness and to make the services more easily accessible for people is my first priority. And coming up from the business point of view, yes, sir, as you said, there are already so many existing competitors. But then my idea is to make it more simple and easy as well as revenue generating. As I said earlier, we can actually make this as a universal platform. Like when we make this as a universal platform, like it can be a huge success.
So like, what do you mean by universal? For example, let's say you're also going to sell medicines, is what you said, right?
Yeah.
So how do these medicines inventory get sourced? Like, again, my question is this an aggregator based model when it comes to medicine, or you guys are going to maintain your own suite of, let's say, penicillin or combiflame or stuff like that? How are you going to, what is the model there when it comes to ordering the medicine?
Okay, so it is fully tie-up based, sir. We tie up with small pharmacies that are available over the state or the city, and everything is fully tie-up based. The consulting of doctor, we tie up with private hospitals. So in pharmacies, we tie up with they have a stake. So it goes like that. Just like I said, I said a situation where someone goes out of station and is struggling to order medicines. So immediately they can make use of this platform. So if we make this platform as a one-stop destination for so many features, like they can obviously rely on this platform.
No, features are okay, but you'll also have to look at the operational point of view, right?
Yes, sir.
Like, so you are saying that, if I want to order a medicine from your app, it will go to the nearest MedPlus store.
Yeah.
The order will go to the nearest MedPlus store is what you're saying.
and then it will get delivered. Yes, sir.
It will get, so it's an aggregator based model.
Yes,
right?
yes, sir.
Okay.
So it fully functions as a tie-up based. So
yeah,
so many
my
states
final
will
thoughts
be.
would be it looks really cool on the surface, but
Yeah.
it is an operational nightmare because you like these companies like operating solely have struggled themselves from the beginning of the business, and you are saying that you want to stick 3 of them and then make it a universal platform. Looks good, is useful, but at the back end when it actually comes into operation, it's going to be a disaster, is what my thoughts are. But yeah, of course there are a lot of things that can be done, but the thought is really good that
Yes, sir.
it's a yeah, like it's a universal platform.
Yeah.
All the best
So,
for that.
yeah, I would like to add one point. Can I
Yeah.
speak, sir?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, of course, as you said, it's a big challenge. Like, I'm happy to take this, sir. So I'm still working on brainstorming this idea to take it to the next level where it will be easier from my end, I mean not from the company's end, to actually make this project a huge success one. So I strongly believe that it is possible, sir. That's what I would like to add. So my idea is bringing this as a universal one and to serve the society and people. So yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, team, and thank you, sir. Moving further, I would like to call the team detected to present their project with the title Fake Video Detection. Over to you, team detected.
I'm really sorry I got dropped off. I'm really sorry. Yeah, so you were saying, please finish it. What are you saying?
Sir, we are moving to next team. Team detected.
Fine. I'm sorry. I dropped off.
No problem. Yes.
Should I speak or?
Yeah, please complete. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yes, sir, no problem. So I was saying that, as you said, it's a huge challenge from the operational side.
Yeah.
So, but I would like to take this as a challenge and really work on bringing the efficient solution from the company side of view as well. So I really believe that this idea is possible, as my primary goal is to serve the society and create more general awareness among people. So that's my whole idea. So I strongly believe that it is possible to bring it efficiently from the company side as well. I'll work on it, sir.
Sure.
Thank you for your
All the
feedback.
best. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So before jumping, guys, I'm posting my LinkedIn profile in the chat. For anything, please feel free to reach out to me or get connected with me, if you need any help. That's just a thought. Yeah, please, we can go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Moving further, I would like to call our next team, MedScan, to present their project with the title MedScan. Over to you guys, MedScan.
Okay, I'll be sharing the slides for them because they have some internet issues.
Sir, you're not audible.
I'm sorry. Which was the previous team that we just presented? What was the name?
Sir, the name was the Mighty Innovation.
Mighty Innovation. Got it. Thank you. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Team MedScan.
Hi, is someone speaking? I cannot hear anyone.
It seems that Team MedScan is also having some network issues,
Oh, got
so
it.
we'll
Okay.
continue with the next team.
Hmm.
So next, I would like to call the team Detected to present their project with the title Fake Video Detection. Over to you guys. I suppose that there's some issue with the team Detected, so we'll move to the next team. Moving further, I would like to call our team Duo-Doos to present their project with the title Virtual Caretaker.
Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. This is Lavanyashri. On behalf of the team Duodos, would like to present our product ISO-COVID tagline Virtual Caretaker. So today's agenda is to address the problem faced by the society and the solution we would like to provide, and the product description and the impact of our product on the society. The major problem faced by the people due to this pandemic is that majority of the people go for home isolation because they feel more comfortable and they do not like the environment of hospitals. Whereas in case of home isolation, they need to follow certain protocols allotted by the government, which include updating their health status every 4 hours, and because of this, the family members cannot know the status of isolated patients, and the patients often forget to take the proper medications on time. This comes to a point where the isolated patients need a caretaker, a in-person caretaker to monitor their health condition. Because of this, there is lack of medical attention in case of emergency as well. Moving on to the solution. Keeping in mind all of these problems, the solution we provide is that we have designed a product which works along with a website or a application which can be installed on phone, so that when you wear the product by itself monitors the health of isolated COVID patients in real time. It collects all the parameters like temperature, SpO2 saturation, and heart rate through sensors, and it will update it to the website through cloud, which is done by using IoT and our product. So we have designed a product, as I said, it is IoT based product. It will keep track of all the proper medications as well. Like we'll program the product in such a way that if it doesn't take medications, it will remind the patient every now and then, so that the person remembers to take medications on time. And if the patient is crossing the threshold parameters, like if his temperature is more or heart rate is more or less or more than the threshold parameters, our product will directly contact the doctor and their family members immediately in fraction of seconds. Our product also has an emergency button which will immediately give a call to the family member and the treating doctor if it is triggered. And this button is very useful in case of COVID patients because their health conditions keep fluctuating. And our website will also provide the necessary medications which is needed for home isolation as well. Moving on to our product, this is the first iteration of our product. We have ourselves implemented this hardware where this thing can be worn on our wrist and it can detect the temperature, and this circuit will detect the when we place our finger on the When we place our finger on the sensor, it can detect the SpO2 saturation as well as the heart rate, and that thing will be displayed here on the LCD. Whereas in case of the product, I would like to share a video. So this is the 3D model of our product. So this is how it works. When you place finger on it, our product measures the temperature, heart rate, and SpO2 saturation as well. And the way it has to be worn is this. It should be worn on a wrist, and it will be continuously monitoring the temperature. Whereas when you place the finger on the sensor, it will detect the SpO2 and heart rate of the patient. So this is the 3D model of our product. Our product is directly connected to the website through a cloud, where the product first senses the information through sensors, and that information is connected to the cloud from there to the website. And our target customers are the home isolated COVID patients and their family members. The customers get a wearable device along with the access to the website through which their health status is monitored. And without our product, home isolated patients need to manually keep a record of their health status, and a caretaker has to be assigned, keeping in mind the health of the caretaker. It is very dangerous. And the big impact what our product makes in the society is that it will help the COVID patients a lot. It does not need a physical caretaker to be present 24/7 to monitor their health, and it also helps in improving the health of the patients by reminding them at correct times to take their medications. Thank you.
Thank you, team. Sir, would you like to ask any
Yeah.
questions?
So good stuff, guys. This sounds really appealing after COVID. One question is that like, why does the entire pitch has to be narrowed down to just COVID patients? For example, SpO2 level is also used by athletes. SpO2 level is also used by gym trainers and stuff like that. So why is the business positioned in a way just narrows down to uh, uh, COVID patients and the caretakers of a COVID patient?
Sir, actually, as of now, we are just planned for just COVID patients. But further in future, we are trying to implement it in a general way. Like this will be the one-stop product where the customers can get to know all the necessary details needed for the health to detect the health status.
Okay.
So it is like it becomes a universal product. Once if you get this, the whole of your health can be monitored using our product itself. Not only for COVID patients, it may be for diabetes patient. It can even be for if some person gets a heart attack once, there are chances that he might get it near in future as well. So we have certain algorithms in medicines like if the heart rate is so and so, there are chances he might get a heart attack in another 20 minutes or 30 minutes.
Yeah,
So
applicability is excellent because there's no doubt in that. Apple watches are coming with SpO2 levels recently. So of course, if it's a low cost, and it serves the same purpose, of course it makes sense, right? I just have, just one suggestion wherever you go next, be it in a competition or be it to any other person who might sponsor you. So you should broaden the applications of these products, right? This is just COVID is one application, right? But these health metrics are, and it is in boom now. Everyone is wearing a smartwatch to be self-aware of how the heart condition is, how are the SpO2 levels and stuff like that. So whenever you it just needs to, I don't have much knowledge about electronics, though I'm an engineer. I don't have much knowledge about it, but yeah, it serves the purpose for what it is supposed to be. And it's just that you if you could broaden it way in a way that it could be appealing to many more stakeholders, many more targets, is what I'm trying to say. But overall, yes, good product, and I hope you do a good job in miniaturizing it, because it looks like a walk on that breadboard.
yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. We are working on it actually.
Okay, fine.
So we
Good.
thought of
Yeah.
making the whole product in a PCB, sir. Like we can weigh the thing in a wrist.
Yeah.
It will be concised.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Good job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Now I would like to call the team Nascent Quad to present their project with the title UAV controlled traffic management system. Over to you, Team Nascent Squad.
Good evening to one and all present. Today our team is in quad consisting of Abarna S, myself Aditya Krishnan, Avinash S and Jayashakti Balaji will be presenting our idea of UAV control traffic management system. On today's meeting, we will be covering the introduction, the problem statement that we are working on, our proposed system and our business plan. Our aim here is to present to you a model which can work efficiently and with minimal human intervention. With the help of technologies such as artificial intelligence, drones, computer vision, deep learning, machine learning, etc., and many more, we'll be implementing such a system. Airborne surveillance is the future, be it unmanned drones for wars or satellites for communication. As the ground below is getting clustered, we aim our sights to the sky. India is one of the largest countries in the world and also home to many highly populated cities that record many roadway accidents and also congestions at a rising rate. And these accidents mostly occur due to an individual shortage of time when it comes to reaching their destination and completing their work, causing them to have to break some traffic rules to save time. While static cameras can find traffic congestions and disruptors, it is not possible for them to find the cause, and accidents cannot be reported by these aforementioned cameras as they only record and won't process the information.
This is our proposed system. Our system is proposed the way which is integrated with drone technology with artificial intelligence, computer vision, and 5G technology. By artificial intelligence, our drone can analyze the environment and adapt themselves to the environment. By computer vision, our drones can identify the objects. Here, object is specified as vehicles and where they are located. By deep learning, our weights get automatically updated and processes our features in the hidden layers by the analysis of the drone. By 5G technology, the drones will send signals to the host servers, which helps themselves to get interconnected with us. We use YOLO algorithm, as this algorithm uses neural networks to provide real-time image detection. By this implementation of these drones, we can control the traffic system without any human intervention. By this initiative, we can manage the traffic efficiently and minimize the resources spent on this field. This is our video link.
Abarna? Sir, I think Abarna is facing internet issues, sir. So we skip to the next speaker.
SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is a tool that helps in analyzing a product's strengths, weakness, opportunities, and potential threats. SWOT is also used to devise a successful strategy for the future. In strength, UAV requires minimal human intervention, making it usable without needing much manpower. By using 5G connections for transferring signals, makes the reaction faster and less time consuming. As we use drone, there is mobility, which makes it possible for moving and covering large area. Next, weakness. As drone technology is new to the sector, there are few experienced people knowing to operate them. Next, opportunities. As usage of motor vehicles are increasing day by day, resulting in traffic jams, making it difficult for the traffic police to control. By using UAV, it makes it easier to control. Also, there are less competitors in the market, thus creating good opportunity for the UAV. Finally, threat. As UAV is new in traffic management sector, there are few vulnerabilities like affecting signals due to bad climatic conditions and possibilities of being stolen.
Abarna, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
The value of any system depends on the social utility, economical feasibility, and profitability. Our product is an association of technologies to improve the current traffic management system. It consists of programmed drones, which is capable of inspecting and solving traffic-related problems. Company description. Our company comprises of 4 developers and a mentor backed by our College Innovative and Collaborative Center SREC Coin, which works 24/7 to help students to provide an effective prototype as a proof that our product is feasible. Target marketing. Our idea is applicable towards development of our country and it is it's not totally based on profitability. As our main customer is government, the target clients of our product is industries related to traffic management.
This is our financial plan. Our college has coined, that is Collaborative Innovation Center, that welcomes our ideas and helps in our implementation. Our college also has EDC, that is Entrepreneur Development Center, that helps in enabling our ideas. They offer seed funding, which helps in early stages of the development of the startup. We have good network with mentors and investors who are ready to invest in our ideas.
Sorry, team, but time's up. So, sir, over to you.
Yeah. So you guys are using CNN, right, for this? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So how have you hit any accuracy benchmarks here?
Sir, we are still in the development process, sir, because we can't get the materials yet, sir, because the funding is quite high, and because it's drone technology, right? It's quite expensive. So first we are trying to get our funds straight and then move on to the products.
Okay, because I remember, back when I was in Musigma, we worked for the, one of the private companies in the States, where, we were using drone images to basically, check the traffic trajectories, check the vehicle types and stuff like that. That's where we used YOLO algorithm to, get that object identification loop in place. So that's why I wanted to ask you that. Second is like, what are possible other applications of this particular, a drone looks good, but what are the other possible applications that you might have thought could be superimposed on top of the underlying application of traffic management?
So till now we have only static cameras to inspect or analyze our highways. So we came up with this idea, but we don't think so there is many ideas or another idea for implementation in this transport field.
If I may, in the future, sir, right now, obviously, like he said, we're only thinking of implementing it on the road. But obviously, as a drone technology, like we said, the main strength of it is its maneuverability, that is its mobility. So obviously, in Kerala, where I'm staying, due to the rains, we are having so many landslides and stuff like that. So obviously, since the drone is in the air, these conditions won't affect it. So in case of landslides and such accidents, we can cover those areas earlier than if any people reporting it. So the drones can get there first and report back to the host system about these conditions, or maybe animals coming onto the road and stuff like that.
Do you think this has been used earlier? I'm very sure, I cannot recall this, but I'm sure this has been used somewhere, maybe in China or something. You guys might have done your own set of research. So what do you guys?
Yes, sir. There was application of this in China as well as in Europe somewhere, sir. What they did was they just implemented it and tried working it out. But like we said, there was a huge unpopular opinion on it. So people, they generally just downplayed the system. They pointed out the disadvantages mainly. But the thing was, they didn't properly take the initiative to implement it. Some rules that affect the people if they damage the systems.
How much do you think this will work in India, where we don't follow the traffic lanes, where we break the traffic rules? How do you think, like when if it's a static camera up in the air, how much do you think, the models are trained, or, like the coding is that dynamic to, like kind of embrace the current traffic situation in India?
No, sir. We are mainly using reinforcement learning. So our drones will frequently learn from us, learn from the environment. So and can manipulate the signals without any influence. So I think we are confident that it will work in India.
Yeah. So this is the case, for example, like this is not the idea that, that it has struck someone's mind for the first time, right? People are thinking about, implementing drones in traffic management and whatnot, testing crash sites, analyzing disasters like earthquakes and all. People are using drones for that. But, what sets your product apart from it? Because if it's a widespread research that has been going on and people are trying to implement it, though failing for some or the other reason, what do you think sets apart your product in that case?
Sir, I would say that in the first place, like I'm not advertising a college or anything, sir, but like I said, for the main, if a project actually has to work, I think the base should be proper. And at the implementation stage itself, when we're giving a demo, what we want to do is that we want to give a solid proof that will work. So in case someone damages a system or like that, we'll be putting together a mobile team that can track the drone. And obviously, since we are implementing 5G technology, which is not in India yet, but will come in 1 or 2 years, they can send information relatively fast. So at the last moment before the drone was damaged and stuff like that, the information will be sent. And we can track the.
So you are saying that passing off the information is your USP. That is the ultimate selling point. Is what you're saying.
So the data
compared
is the
to
highest
other drones in the market, which can easily be integrated with some, machine algorithms on top of it and can be deployed. Why do you think like like yours is the thing when it comes to the market?
Obviously the data only, sir, because obviously since we are using deep learning, machine learning and computer vision, it is learning from the environment around it, sir. Unlike the ones that were already implemented, those were only, they were only focused on the roads, they were only focused on the vehicles and the traffic patterns and traffic signal patterns and stuff like that. That was their focus. What we are focusing on is in our Indian state, the accidents that are caused by traffic, or the epicenter of the, like what is the cause, that is what we're trying to focus on here, so that we can inform the host system, which will be calculating the response, and if not possible, obviously.
So drone will collect the data, will send it to the system. System will do some sort of analysis on it, generate insights for the people who are the consumers at the other end. Let's say law enforcers.
Yes, sir.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yes, sir. Basically, that is it.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, team. Now I would like to call our next team, MedScan, with the project title MedScan.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, I request someone from the CIS team to just share my PPT, which I already shared. Yeah, thank you. So I am Adishri. I am from Team MedScan. So the major problem is patient safety risk posed due to human errors. Patient identification errors are the largest factors, leading to 13% surgical mistakes, and 40% of the medical records have inaccurate and potentially dangerous patient data that can be traced due to incorrect patient identification. Thus, keeping track of the patients is busy clinical practice and is a task that is prone to human errors and can lead to thousands of loss of life and many more minor and irreversible damages. So the solution for that is we have developed a smartphone app-based platform that uses barcode wristbands, like based on the universal patient health ID we'll be allocating. The barcode, when scanned using our smartphone app, provides an access to a patient profile that will contain all the patient data, that is the demographics, patient's medical history, and the medicine or whatever the dosage that prescribed to the patient during each visit by the medical staff, and when the patient is being hospitalized. So additionally, it allows the medical staff to add specific notes and associate the specimens with the patients, allowing easy and clear tracking throughout the premises and beyond that, so that it leaves no room for the incorrect patient identification errors. So all it will be in just one app, and the confidentiality of the patient medical data is kept in mind, and the data is only accessible to the licensed medical practitioners and patients themselves. So the demo for the same I have attached. Yeah. Will you please play the video? Yeah. So when we are entering our phone number, so one OTP will be sent. Here we can upload a barcode ID, or we can directly scan the barcode. So as So now, yeah, these are the details of the patient, whatever the allergies they are having or the other also medical history. So yeah, here in there are different tabs, and we can add whatever the notes we want to, like allergies to dust or any turmeric and whatever. So it will be added in the medical history of the patient. Then in the next, we have 3 tabs. So in the daily visit tab, we can also go and see whatever was the previous data or whatever prescriptions were previously added for the patient. So yeah, it is the first visit. And yeah, like Combiflame is added. So or whatever the medications were added to the patient previously, we can check from there. These are the blood samples, or sorry, the specimens, so that of what tests were conducted of the patient, so that if any other doctor is also taking the patient, so he can also go through the history of the patient. So likewise, it is scanned and it is added. The specimen is added. So the impact is like the instant access to critical patient information to medical staff. It is low cost, and we had the high impact on the way medical institutions operate. Streamlining the patient care practice for medical staff and saving around like 2.5 lakh lives annually by eliminating human error, and also like for ensuring patient safety. This app also obliterates the need to carry the medical files and other records in a hard copy format by allowing people to keep the track of all their medical history digitally in one place. Our product is like a DigiLocker for the healthcare sector. So yeah, that is pretty much about the project.
So hi, so help me summarize this. Like you're saying that you're using barcodes or QR codes as for patient management, right?
Yeah.
And what else? You said some medicines, and I didn't get it actually. So if you could go back to the slide, you're saying that so you'll get a history of what about the underlying conditions, the medicines that they were prescribed, consumed, something like that.
Yes, it will be having everything. Like the barcode we have currently used, but the main motive is to integrate with the Aadhaar card. So having everything about it, and so yes, so electronically everything of the patient medical history will be stored.
No, like government is already onto it. Government is making a national health register for that, and they have been opposed in the parliament like numerous times. Why do you think why do you want to keep like Aadhaar data of someone and integrate it on a universal platform?
No, sir. Just for the.
That will just increase the information security. That will decrease the information security. I'm sorry, right?
Sir, we were just having the motive to just club the thing so that the patient history would be, easily available to the doctors.
So you are saying that Aadhaar just stands out as a unique identifier for a patient, right?
Yes, sir.
Then mobile number can also would suffice that, right?
So yeah, we can go with it also, with the mobile number also.
Okay. Okay. So one more thing, you missed out on one more feature. That's just my suggestion from my end. So you're saying that, it gives you it gives the records for the patient, what they've been, prescribed with, what are their underlying conditions and stuff like that. But on the other hand, if you look at the operations that are conducted inside an hospital, it can also give, indicators of their inventory. For example, let's say I have, kind of the IVs or the surgical instruments that they're using have been consumed in day 1 or day 2 or day 3. By the end of the week, as you have the indicators for demand, you can also have the indicators for supply in the back end inventory is what I'm saying. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah.
So basically, let's say some 1,000 injections have been used in week 1. So those 1,000 injections could be, subtracted from the main inventory that is there in the hospital, right?
Yeah.
So you are just so your barcode actually, this is actually a very good feature that you could add, because it kind of integrates, because you have the data point where the inventory is getting minus, right? So of course there has to be some point where it could be added in the backend, is what I'm saying. So this particular product can also be used by the business rather than the other hand for the patients. This can be also used by people from the operations for an hospital. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir. I'll work on it more.
No,
Sir,
what are your thoughts on that? Of course, you'll work on that. What are your thoughts on that? Does it make sense? Have you thought about it? Like, I want to know from, like these are just my suggestions. I just want to make it as a conversation, Give me a 360 of what you have thought, how you came up with this and stuff like that.
Yes, sir. Sir, as of for now, we didn't plan about what you just said earlier. But sir,
Okay, I understand this. No worries. Good job. So one thing that again, I'm saying that this the applications are numerous. Okay, what I've seen from the previous, even from the previous teams, is that you guys are narrowing down a wide range of applications for no specific reason, right? For example, Amazon, if they started as selling books, they are not just selling books today, right? They're selling, a wide spans of assortment on their website. So the underlying point is that, you guys have the hardware, you guys have a technology that could suffice to many other applications. And if you narrow down your, kind of business model to that is going to hurt you. If your actual game standing in front of let's say someone who's going to fund you, an investor. So this would be the first question, that why do you just want to, kind of attack one particular industry or one particular application when it has capability to do much more? So just a thought for you guys, think about it, make it more exhaustive, make it more expansive in that sense, so that, you would be able to tackle this at even at a bigger pedestal. Thank you. Thank you. Just thought, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else for me? We can move on. I'm done here.
Sir, actually, this was just a short video of like we were planning to give a web app as well for the doctors to access the patient data, and he can prescribe and just schedule the appointments and all through the web app. So all the specimens and etc. whatever will be, it will be directly registered with the MedScan data. So with that aim, we worked on this.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, team. Next, I would like to call the team detected with the project title Fake Video Detection.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So good evening, sir. I am Atharva Peshkar. So let's begin with the presentation. Yeah. So we are team detected, and our aim is to counter the disinformation warfare. So before we begin, let's just have a look at this video. Can you turn on the audio as well? Yeah. Next slide, please. So this basically was actually a deepfake video that we had created for illustration purposes, wherein this character from one of the very popular web series was introducing us as a team. And this actually raises a very important information security question for this century. So deepfakes are AI generated fake videos which are being weaponized by malicious actors for spreading disinformation and triggering conflicts in societies. So they are emerging as the biggest cyber threat of the 21st century, and about 145,000 of them are already circulating on the internet, with a year-on-year growth of 6,820 times since 2019. And the cost of disinformation annually solely due to deepfakes is about $78 billion. Next slide, please. The previous one, I think the cases. Previous. The one with 3 profiles at the bottom. You had put up, yeah. So deepfakes are being used for various crimes, including but not limited to, manipulating the public and triggering international conflict, but also for public shaming, extortion. But some of the recent cases that actually came up recently and terrified us were that of the Indian journalist Rana Ayub, who was a victim of deepfake pornography, or even when a deepfake video led to an attempted military coup in Gabon, a country in Africa. Even deepfakes were used to trigger international conflict based on President Donald Trump's video. Next. And it is not only that high profile people or celebrities are the target of deepfakes, but the group which is targeted most often are common young women. So it's not just high profile people, even you, me, and common young women are the targets. Currently, there are 27,000 pornographic deepfake videos available on the internet, and you can see these infographics that show that most of them are actually currently coming from Russia today, but even other countries aren't far behind. Next slide, please. And so we came up with a product called Detected. So this is a demo of it. We can just visit the Detected website. And it looks something like this. And we've already been covered by various media outlets in India, including India AI, the apex body for AI. And so we can upload a video or an image to our platform. And once this video is uploaded, it is actually processed. That is 40 uniform frames are extracted from the video, and they are then passed to our model, which is running at the back end. And so it tries to take these 40 uniform frames inside. It puts them together as a single video sequence and then tries to analyze them for forgery or manipulation using AI inside these real videos. Now, although this was a real video of me and my friends having a video call, so this was definitely a real video. And you can see that the tool actually predicts it as a real video. But that's not it. We'll also try uploading a fake video here. And this is a very popular deepfake videos of Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, in which he is actually, admitting to manipulating people using Facebook. And when we upload this video, you can see that it is predicted as fake, even though we as humans can, distinguish between these things. So this is a platform that supports videos as well as images. So I just explained that how does actually Detected work, and this is a graphic showing that. We have used a convolutional neural network to extract the features from these frames, and a LSTM network to analyze the entire sequence, keeping in mind the previous frames from the same video. Ultimately, a classification is done and the results are returned to the user. Next slide, please. The market that we plan to target right now is the global synthetic media detection market, which is already worth $450 million, and is actually a subcategory of the global cyber forensics market. Next slide. And specifically for our target market consists of law enforcement agencies and forensic investigators, while it also consists of news channels, not only news channels, but outlets that post their content on the internet and relies on a lot of media that can be fake. Now, as far as the revenue model is concerned, we plan to launch this as a full-fledged startup. And so we have these pricing tiers wherein 5 deepfake analysis will be given for free to every user. And then we have plans like $35 per month, an enterprise plan for institutions like news channels that require very specifically, and other clients who need to integrate our models into their own software can get access to the API, the model for predictions at $0.6 per API call. Some of the competitors that exist right now are Group Cyber ID, Sensity, ORO, and Quantum Integrity. These are very recent startups, and most of them are actually either working only in image-based deepfake detection or very specific use cases. Can you go to the previous slide, please?
Time's up. Over to you, sir.
Okay, so you can stop sharing.
Hello.
Yeah, you can stop sharing is what I'm saying.
Oh no, it's actually not. I'm sharing.
Okay, you're not sharing, is it? Okay, fine. So like one question is that like what is the tech behind this? Like you showed me the diagram. So it's using a CNN, right? So so what is like for reason there's a reason why there are startups which just do recognize fake images but not fake videos because of the lack of data. So like like what is the accuracy of your models?
Right now, the validation accuracy of our model is about 94%. That's actually 94 point something, but we can round it off to
So
94%.
you made a confusion matrix for that? Like how would you claim that? Like what is the precision? What is the recall? What is the accuracy?
Not specifically the confusion matrix, but we actually use data that was generated by German institutes, and a competition was also launched on Kaggle, and wherein Facebook had curated multiple deepfake videos on their end, and they had put those videos on Kaggle, and so that was a humongous data set. And
Oh, was it the one with 620 video? Vidtimit, is it? Is it Vidtimit?
oh no, not specifically. We can find that on Kaggle. It was the
Oh,
Facebook
yeah.
TFDC challenge.
Yeah, because we also organized a hackathon when I was in my previous company. So Vidtimit kind of it's a website which released 620 videos just specifically to do this, to kind of put an accuracy benchmark on how the models are with respect to detecting the fake videos. So I kind of thought it was that. Okay. So second question is that like yeah, walk me through the tech behind it. Like I want to go in a bit depth, not much, but just on the surface.
Okay, so like we actually did a literature review, and we can see that most of the work that was already done on deepfakes, specifically related to taking a video, splitting it up into frames, as many frames as they could extract from it. Suppose we have a video with 300 frames, and so we could extract 300 images out of it, and then they simply passed it through a convolutional neural network.
Okay.
Right. So the problem with those studies were that the convolutional neural networks, they can't analyze, they can't remember what they had seen in the previous frames. So if we begin with a video of about 10 minutes, the CNN is analyzing every frame per second, but it doesn't remember that it had seen certain detail at about 1 minute 50 seconds, and now it's analyzing a 5th minute frame, and these two are actually contradictory. So in those cases, with certain details that are kind of foolish at that point of time, so CNNs can't do that. And so what we did was, we actually, instead of taking all these frames, that would actually take a lot of time, we extracted uniform frames from the entire video, so that we get data that is representative of the entire video, and then we passed it through a convolutional neural network as everyone else to extract the appropriate features from it, right? Because when GANs create videos, they're actually not temporally aware themselves, so they make mistakes on the temporal dimensions. So when these features
I remember this, the images that are kind of synthesized with GAN are of a. So in my previous hackathons, I encountered this. There was one team, were doing somewhat similar, not exactly. So what they did was, the images that were synthesized by GAN are actually of very high quality. So the models were not able to distinguish between that, right? So like, does detected tackle that or what?
Like, no, the data set that we actually had, it wasn't representative of 4K videos or 1080p videos, right? So even if you have seen the recent Cadbury ad, not just a Cadbury ad, wherein Shah Rukh Khan's deepfakes have been created, they are very high quality deepfakes.
Yeah.
So like, we plan to move on that. At present, we do not have access to very high quality deepfakes.
Yeah. That's what. So I also kind of thought about it. But that's a challenge, right? Because this is something I came across 2-3 years back, and I also read stuff on Kaggle and here there, and people struggle with this. So second question is that like I also came across one thing where people were using ERL. Do you know what ERL is? It is error level analysis, where kind of you compress an image and you compress it again. So if there are two compressions that appears in an image, then it is considered as fake, right? So like and also so people were using metadata, if I could remember. Uh, yeah. So, like, what are your thoughts? In this case, like you've worked on this and you have got testimonies and on. So,
Right.
do like still because before 3 years we were still struggling with this GAN and with high definition and 4K videos, and like after 3 years also, like this is the
We are
first
somewhat
time I'm
strict.
after somewhat in the similar space, right? So, what are your thoughts here? Like, what does your research say? What are your thoughts? I just want to hear that.
Right. So like at this point of time, although we have, moved past the substandard deepfakes or, deepfakes that are decent, but we haven't been able to detect very high quality deepfakes. So
Yeah.
first of all, one of the challenges that, and I think one way to go about that is that the people who are doing the project themselves need to create very high quality deepfakes in order to create the data for their models to be trained on. So that is one thing that could be
So,
done.
so you trained your model on like how many videos were used for training? Like and like I'm interested in how you achieved that 94% accuracy. Like how many videos were there?
The DFDC data set actually consisted of about 60,000 videos, and we were able to use only about 30,000 of them because we are actually student ambassadors, a program from Microsoft, and so we have access to very high level compute
Ah,
in the form of Azure credits, right?
okay.
So we were able to do that ourselves, and so we trained it on about 30,000 videos there, whereas we validated it against only 10,000 of them because this was actually created for a world level competition from Microsoft called
And
Imagine Curve.
and then how did you come on this accuracy of 94%? Like
Oh, like
what
while
metrics?
training itself, most of the what we used was the validation accuracy parameter. We
Ah,
built it into our code itself. So
so that yielded out 94%.
yeah. So like while training it, the last epoch, it shows you the validation accuracy and it also exports other metrics there, the training curves and all those things.
Okay.
And
Okay.
like as you were, saying about the challenges, so one of the challenge was detecting very high deepfakes, very high quality deepfakes. And when we, reached out to the cyber police, it is not only that detecting deepfakes that would help them. It is important to know where the deepfake actually came from, right? Because that is what helps them in investigations.
Yeah.
So I think we are planning to work on that, and one way to go about that is using the metadata, as you had said, because that contains details about the models that were used to create the camera or smartphones that were used to capture
Yeah.
the original images. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah, I think, like as we move ahead with this, I think something will come up because, like the data poses the biggest obstacle here, right? You don't have much data to, train the models and stuff like that. But anyway, good job. I liked it. Thank you. That'll be it from me. Are there any other teams remaining?
thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries.
No, sir, we are done with the teams. So I request you to kindly assign the scores to all the teams.
Okay. There are two teams which I have not assigned. Okay, give me a minute, okay? Will that be okay?
Sure, sir, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. So one doubt: do I have to give distinct numbers? What if there's a tie between two teams?
It's completely all right if that
Okay.
happens.
Yeah. I think I'm done. You can check the sheet.
Okay, sir.
All right,
Over
sir.
to you,
Thank you.
Rituja. Over to you, Rituja.
Now I would like to request our chief guest, Mr. Raj Masal, to share his experience about today's event.
No, I actually it took me back when I was in college. Good stuff. One more thing is that I'm no one to rank your product or your efforts. It's just my perspective of how I see your technology or your product or what you've been doing, right? So this nowhere ranks you, in terms of your capability or what your product is capable of doing. With that said, I hope that whatever inputs I gave are even maybe be it 1%, but they are useful to you, and I hope that you'll incorporate it and pitch it and win it at a even at a bigger pedestal is what I'm saying. So winning and losing is nothing here. This is just based on my best judgment, and that's it. So stay motivated and all the best to all of the people. And thanks to the faculty and the panelists, whoever included me in this event. This is really great, a good thing to do. Kind of takes you back, refreshes some of the things that you've been learning, reading. It's a good job, and my gratitude to all the members who organized this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your intriguing advice and inspirational words. We are grateful for the time and effort you took to share your thoughts and experience with all of us. Now, moving forward, if anyone wants to give feedback towards the entire conduction of Start-O-Thon, we would be glad if you could unmute yourself, or you can also put it into the chat box. Anyone from the participants? If you want to give any feedback about our event, you are free to do.
Participants, you are free to unmute. So please, if you want to say anything, it would be good if you can put it verbally as well.
Hi, what are we waiting for? Is it okay for me to leave? I'm running out of time actually. Hello?
Sir, can you please wait for another 5 minutes because we'll be declaring the results today.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so looks like the backend team has successfully compiled the results. And till that time, can we get some guesses? Who do you think won? Who is, runner up, the first runner up, second runner up, and winner? You can even nominate yourself as well. So, who do you think was best? Even if you liked other people's idea, feel free to express it now. Okay, that's amazing. Anyone else wants to nominate? I guess that's a no. Okay, team. Okay, that's amazing. Yeah. So let's start with the second runner up. And the second runner up is, okay, I wanted to take a pause, but let it be. Okay, so the second runner up is a tie between Team MedScan and Team Duo. So congratulations, team. And now let me take a pause, all right? So let me take a pause and can you please guess the first runner up team? Okay, and that heart beating sound and everything. Okay, let's see. And I've got to say that Lakshya have guessed correctly. So the first runner-up team is Team Gigabyte. Congratulations, team. So now the one and only winner of the complete Start-O-Thon journey. I hope you guys have been waiting for this one. So the winner of Start-O-Thon is again a tie between Detected and the team Nascent Squad. So congratulations, guys. I hope you all had a lot of fun. And over to you, Rutuja.
First of all, I would like to congratulate all the winning teams. Now, moving towards the end of the event, I would like to call Gauri Mahale, Executive Committee Member at IEEE CIS SBC, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Rutuja. Good evening to all the dignitaries present here. On behalf of IEEE CIS Student Branch Chapter and Start-O-Thon team, I, Gauri Mahalle, Executive Committee Member, feel immense pleasure to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone. I extend a hearty vote of thanks to our chief guest, Mr. Raj Misal, for sparing his time and gracing our event. I would especially thank our director, Dr. Sachin Antavle, for his unfaltering support and confidence in us. I would like to thank delegates for adorning our event and sharing with us your findings and opinions today. I also wish to express my gratitude for our chapter advisor, Professor Achama Thomas. Well, an event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels started rolling weeks ago. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues of our IEEE CI's Student Branch chapter, who are extremely dedicated and do their best to make events like these possible. Once again, I would like to state that we are grateful to everyone who is here today. We appreciate your presence this evening. It's a great pleasure. Thank you. I request all of you to please turn on your camera for a group photo.
Okay, please stop sharing the screen and let's go to the our one and only together mode. Great. So guys, say Start-O-Thon.
Start-O-Thon.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.